Draft week continues. We're here in the barn for an episode of PFT PM, and joining us now, a guy who will not have to wait very long on Thursday night to hear his name called. Chase Young joins us on behalf of Old Spice, which is donating $320,000 to the United Way on Chase's behalf, along with all other rookies from all 32 NFL teams, to help young players begin their charitable efforts as they join the league. Fans can make contributions of their own during the NFL's 3-day draft-a-thon virtual fundraiser by visiting NFL.com/relief. Here he is, Chase Young, just turned 21 years old the other day. Happy birthday, Chase. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Hey, it's great to see you again. It's great to talk to you. I remember seeing you at the scouting combine, and we said before we got started, it really does feel like it was a long time ago. It wasn't that long ago, but the world has changed. How do you celebrate your 21st birthday during a pandemic where everybody's staying at home?
I know it sounds bad, but I just had to celebrate it in the house with, just my immediate family. I really couldn't do too much. So we just really just chill in the house, and I enjoyed my family, so it was all cool just being with my family. That was my birthday, so it was cool.
Well, it's great you were able to do that. Hopefully soon we'll be able to go out, and you'll be able to go out and celebrate it properly when the world gets back to normal, and hopefully that happens sooner rather than later. How have you adjusted to the way the world has been the past 6 weeks? I know it's one thing for me. I'm old. I don't leave the house anyway. But when I was your age, I wanted to go out. I wanted to do things. How hard has it been for you to adjust to being at home all the time?
Yeah, it's, I guess you could go out, but nothing's open, so it's nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could go out, but there's nothing open, so it's nothing to do. So, only times I really leave the house is to work out. Right now we're trying to stay as healthy as possible. We're trying to stay on our P's and Q's with, having like hand sanitizer, washing our hands, just everything in regards to just staying healthy and just trying to, ultimately survive, through this pandemic that we got going on.
And Chase, as fans of the sport, we're all anxious to see football players on the field again. How anxious are you to get on the field and start chasing quarterbacks again?
Yeah, I'm real anxious. Just coming out of college, usually spring ball will be here now. So that's definitely spring ball. You get back on the field, and you can get back to it a little bit and get back in the feeling. But now the next level is no spring ball, so I feel like you really have to take off-season workouts. You got to turn them up another notch, and that's what I've been trying to do. But right now I feel real comfortable in what I'm doing, and I feel comfortable enough that I'm gonna put my best foot forward when that time comes.
Well, we all know that you're going to be able to do that. And one guy who's sold on what you can do is Urban Meyer, one of your former coaches at Ohio State. He recently said, God put that guy together. He said, I'm going to make one of the best defensive ends to ever play college football. How do you react when you hear your former coach praise you that way?
Oh, man, it's, as a young guy coming in, him standing on me, it didn't start like that. There was a lot of, growing up I had to do. The freshman struggles, when you come in. Coach Meyer, he was that coach that would always keep it real with me. Sometimes I would even ask him for his evaluation on certain things that I do. And, he would give me that real. And, I would take it and go and use it as motivation to, work even harder. And, he always wanted me to be the best. He always wanted me to be able to dominate a game. And, now that I'm done with my career, I can look back at it and say, I achieved some of the things that, he thought I could do. So it makes me feel real good.
And from your own perspective, Chase, how much of what you're able to do is God-given ability versus you having determination and hard work and drive and an effort to get the absolute most out of your God-given abilities?
Yeah, I think, my God-given ability was it was a lot of my sophomore year, but I feel like my junior year, the biggest switch was technique. the biggest reason I might have dominated the game was because my technique that I really just focused on that offseason after my sophomore year. And I told myself the only thing I was going to do was the technique that, Coach Johnson teaches. And, basically I did my best to try to perfect it. Obviously I wasn't perfect, but, my best was still pretty good. So I'm happy about that.
What was it specifically about your technique that you changed last year to hit the higher level?
Yeah, just hands on my hands on pass rush. That was definitely a big key point for me. When I headed into the offseason, my get off. I wanted my get off to be faster. My first step out of my stance and my hips, and also playing with my eyes. My IQ for the game has went up drastically. Between my sophomore and junior year. Just the way I would watch film, the way play recognition on the field. That's a big point for me. I would say, because I feel like a lot of my production came because I knew, a lot of times it was a pass before the ball even snapped. Like during the Wisconsin game, I think it was the first game where, I had like 4 sacks. 2 of the sacks, they said it was, when we watched the film, every time 37 was in the backfield, it was 90% pass. So every time he lined up as a running back in the backfield, I was putting my ears back, getting off the ball. So just little things like that, man, helped me to be the player, that I was this season.
Chase, one thing I noticed watching your film, sometimes you're in a 3-point stance, sometimes you put the second hand on the ground. When do you decide, how do you decide whether you're going to go with both hands down or just one hand down for your get off?
Yeah, so a lot of times if you see both hands down, if I'm on the right side, so basically my hand is to the ball is down. The hand that's not to the ball, it touches the ground, but I'm not really using it. It's just there. It's just, on the ground. Just because my arms are long, so I don't want to, put it back. I want to let it flow and, just let it relax. So, when the player's ready, it's already there to engage a man in front of me. So I would say I get in a 4-point stance. It's usually just a 3-point stance or I would stand up. And a lot of times they let me choose, when I wanted to stand up.
And when you get to the quarterback, it all happens so damn fast. When you're in the moment, does anything go through your brain? I mean, it's like a Cobra Strike. It happens so quickly. Do you have any conscious thought while you're in the pursuit of the quarterback?
No, it's like everything slows down, the closer you get. But it's crazy once you, that feeling that you have when you do get a sack, it's something special that can't be matched.
I love seeing a pass rusher in number 2. They're not going to let you wear number 2 at the next level. What number do you want to wear at the NFL level?
I'm still thinking about that. I don't know. I haven't. That hasn't been a real big thought of mine, I think, right now. But when the time comes and I got to pick a number, I got to have some number. So whatever number that may be, I guess that's number you're gonna see.
All the experts think that it's going to be Joe Burrow to the Bengals at 1 and Chase Young to Washington at number 2. Would you put a percentage chance on that phone ringing, on the Bengals looking at the film a little bit harder, watching what you do, how you get off the ball, looking at what Nick Bosa did last year, and listen to all the people who's saying you may be even better than Nick Bosa? Is there a percentage chance in your mind that the phone's going to ring and it's going to be the Bengals, not Washington, taking you first overall?
Yeah, so, I probably thought about every situation that can happen. But, I feel like at the end of the day, it's not in our hands. It's in God's hands. So that's when I think about that. That's when I just sit back, not even worry who might draft me, and, just let everything happen on its own, man, because, I'm not gonna sit here and keep worrying or keep thinking this and keep thinking that, and get myself riled up. So I'm just gonna let everything happen, and whatever God's plan is, that's what He's gonna want from me.
Well, I can see you got the awesome Old Spice T-shirt on. I got one up at the house. You fill it out a little bit better than I do. What are you going to be wearing on draft night?
Okay, so with my whole draft, if it was still in Vegas, Gucci was supposed to do my suit. And it's ready, but it's in Italy right now. So we're still gonna see if we can get that here. But if not, I'm gonna wear clothes by a designer called John Elliott, based out of California. So I have I'm gonna have the fits, for the draft. So if my suit doesn't come in, then I just wear John Elliott.
Well, we look forward to seeing it, and we know it's going to happen early. The floor is 2. The ceiling is 1. His name will be called within the first half hour at the latest on Thursday night. Chase, it's great seeing you. We appreciate everything you've done on the football field. We can't wait to see what you do at the NFL level. All the best this week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.